What do the modern communication pros understand that set them apart in today's age? How many so-called customer-centric companies today put so much effort towards their employees? Stay with me, guys. I'll be right back. Hello everyone, welcome once again to your bi-weekly online business show, Business in Minutes. I am your host, Mercy. So today we'll be sharing 10 principles that have helped businesses in this new global way of doing business. So the first one is your employees have changed. Technology has really affected the way we interact with information. Come to think of it, have you ever searched out information and naturally you get to see the same information via your favorite app? You see, this technology search out content based on our preference, expectations and interests over time. What this is trying to tell us is that consumers' expectation is high at every given point in time. When most of us get to work, we fall back to two main channels, the email and internet. And while we use these channels for their purposes, we expect to get information from our favorite apps or wherever way we get our information. So you see, if companies want to communicate effectively with their employees, they have to understand that their employees have changed. Then try to look out for ways they could mirror their behavior instead of trying to create a new way. So the second one is there is no CX without EX. So basically what this means is there is no customer centric without employee centric. It's 2020 and most companies want to be customer centric. It's very simple. You have to first have a good relationship with your employee for them to have a good relationship with your customers. How many so-called customer centric companies today pay good attention to their employees? Do the math. When you take good responsibility or when you take proper care of your employees, they help to give a proper care to your customer. So the third one is people trust people and not logos. When was the last time you made a purchase, big or small, it doesn't matter? Would you rather hear what the corporation have to say about a business or you want to hear from real customers? I have to be honest with you, I found myself making a research of the best toothbrush before getting one. It's a bit much, right? But you see, we've been able to get opportunities to hear reviews from customers about products and services rather than hearing from the corporation itself. The fourth one is external is also internal. Recently I spoke to a communication leader who told me that they actually use Instagram as their internal communication channel. I was a bit baffled at first, but then it all made sense. 95% of their Instagram followers are actually their employees, while 5% are potential workers. Brilliant, right? The point behind all this is that it gives the employees access to the internal and external content. Basically, it makes them transparent. Employees in the modern communication understand this and its impact on the workforce. Next one is measure business impact. Most business leaders do not even ask for asymmetries, and that is the major reason why most businesses do not measure the impact of their communication. Oftentimes, there are little pressure around metrics on the communicator, and also little or no attention is given to IC data. So you see, you can show your numbers and tie it up to a strategic business goal. For example, you can get everyone in your business to watch a safety video instead of assuming that they have the knowledge of what is required for them to stay safe. In such way, you've communicated to them on the best way they could stay safe in their job. So the next one is people remember story. Delivering messages to your employees and getting them to read, understand and remember can be difficult sometimes. Good copywriters understand the importance of using storytelling. So now I'll be sharing some tips on how you could actually write your stories and get your employees to enjoy the story and still get the message. The first one is the goal of every line is to get people to read the next line. The second one is focus on what happens if you don't and what happens also if you do. Very important. The third one is give proof wherever possible. If you have social proof, even better. The fourth one is number and stats are cool, but people don't remember them, so you don't really need to depend on that. And the final one is provide one clear outcome or action for each message. Two might actually get you zero. Next one is follow the path marketing has carved. The idea of delivering the right message at the right time and at its preferred channel and devices, and being able to track everything and report on it against business outcome that we see now in employee communication is really not different from what we see in marketing. Even though as a marketer myself, I must admit that there are many companies that like to think they have figured it out as from other companies that actually have. Communication can still safely follow the path marketing has carved. So the next one is dare to be human. Modern communicators clearly understand that behind every job title, there is a person, and by humanizing their work, they can pass the message perfectly. Personally, I prefer personal message over the voice of a robot. I can understand that for some companies, it makes their work easier, and if they decide to use personal messages, it may make them feel uncomfortable and may not always scale through. But still, I do believe there is room at every company to apply the art, at least to some certain extent. Do the things that make you slightly uncomfortable sometimes. That's a good thing, and the results might just surprise you a little bit. The next one is create corporate content in the voice of the employee. As you work towards empowering your employee within the company and their networks, it's important to think relevancy first. Forget internal, external, or corporate. Think relevance. The more relevant and fitting you make the content, the better it would resonate with your employees and subsequently their networks. You know, it's important that you put quality first before quantity. Finally, communication is everyone's job. Communication helps make sure everyone is aligned around the message that really matters. You and your management team might have the answer to everything, but it's worth nothing if it cannot be communicated effectively to those persons that need to do their job better. Modern communication departments understand that things like automation and delegation can help empower others to communicate the key message effectively while trying to free up your own time. So that brings us to the end of our topic for today. We talked about the 10 principles that could actually help your business to pull through in this season, and I hope this 10 principle helps you. So join us on Thursday for another amazing edition of Business in a Minute. Trust me, we're going to blow your mind with lots of information. Also, I'll be dropping the link of our webinar below here on Banco Online Space. Click on the link, register, and learn more mind-blowing financial freedom secrets from our expert. Also, please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Watch our YouTube channel, subscribe, and give it a thumb up. Till we see on Thursday. I love you. Bye.